name's Jamie. I live in Saudi Arabia and I have a makeup collection that just keeps getting larger. It did yesterday, especially. Oh my god. It's been kind of a wild week or so. And let's talk about it. So what I'm going to be doing today, I'm actually going to be filming 2 videos at one time. So maybe a little bit of hot chaos, but we're going to see if we can make it work here. What I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be filming one video on my eyes and one video on the rest of my face. So the whole face, the whole thing is all new. Nothing is my regular stuff, with the exception of my primer. So if that interests you, please feel free to stick around. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be priming my eyes, and then I'm going to get into the brand new palette that showed up last night. Oh my god. So actually, I only ordered this palette a couple days ago and it appeared like that. Oh my god, and it was so welcomed and well received. So I finally got my hands on the Muse palette from Cosmic Brushes. This is so pretty, and I was playing in it this morning. I wore it to work today, but that's not an accurate representation of what a palette can do, is my wearing it to work. So this is the 3rd palette that this brand has come out with. I have 2. I have this palette, and then I also have the Serenity palette, and they're allegedly supposed to be somewhat companion palettes to each other. Line them up next to each other, I can totally see that. But this has a lot more of like a grungy green vibe to it. Here they are kind of side by side together. They are just so pretty. Whoever is in charge of coming up with color stories for them is doing a tip-top job. So I'm really excited to use this today. I may keep Serenity nearby in case I need to dip into anything, but predominantly we're going to be using the Muse palette. So let's get into it. So I've actually taped my eyes. I got this like eye tape from SheGlam. It's kind of nice. It's not too sticky. I do hate the sensation of my eyes being taped, but I'm gonna live, so it's fine. I'm gonna go into first the color, I believe, Fig. So it's this one right here. Ooh, and I'm gonna peel this off for you. So I'm just gonna use the mirror and the palette, honestly. This does look to be the darkest shade in the palette, and this is very similar to a shade in the Angelica Nyqvist palette, the Gila palette. Actually, there's a lot kind of reminiscent about that palette and this palette. However, this palette is 83 Real, which I believe is like $25 to $23. I'm not sure. Really impressed with the turnaround time, the response time to getting my order, because I have been wanting this palette. And I was like, where is it? And when is it going to restock? Restock it. I want to go into Willow and just kind of start to place that on the end. Like I said, this has a lot of similarity to me. It's leaning in a similar direction towards like Gila in a really nice way, because Gila has been discontinued. Then I'm going to take Filigree. So this was Willow. I'm going to take Filigree right here. I'm just going to kind of cover that first shade, Fig. I don't want it to be too purpley. It's going to look weird. And I'm going to go back into Willow and take it up a little higher. I'm gonna go into Admire. Admire is this yellow, mustard yellow shade. You know me. And if you don't, I love a mustard yellow. I'm gonna go back into Willow. I'm going to try to buff it a little more into Admire. I think I'm gonna cut my crease, and when I'll be back, or when I'm back, we'll continue. This might be a mistake, but I'm gonna go into Luster, this white duochrome. I don't know. We'll see what it does. I think it's kind of fun. I used it this morning and I didn't like how it looked with my look, but I kind of did something silly color placement wise. I might take it on my finger and try to pat it out. It's a little flaky in a way that is not behaving well on my eye. I'm gonna go into Inspire, this gold green shade, this greeny green, like very, very green shade. So here's where we're at so far with the Muse palette. So I'm gonna jump off now and I'm going to do my base in a different video and do a couple things, and when we come back I will do my lower lash line and I'll give you my thoughts on the palette, but I'll give you the really satisfying thing. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. I feel like, yeah, up is the way to go. Woo! Oh, it pleases very well. And then, woo! Feels much better. Hold please. I'll be right back and we'll talk. Okay? 1 second. All right, I'm back. So I've put on lashes, liner, eyebrows, some base products, and I'm going to come back on and do my lower lash line. And it's kind of fun. What should I do? And I'm gonna go back into Willow, this shade here. I'm just going to run that under my lower lash line. I'm gonna try not to connect it to the corners. I'm gonna take it like more down. I'm gonna take now Luster again, and I'm just gonna place that sort of through. That's where I'm gonna connect the corners. Oh, this lash is not sticking. Ugh. I gotta glue my lash back on, but when we come back, I will talk about the palette and you'll see the finished look. All right, here's the finished look using the Muse palette, and I thought this was quite enjoyable. I was a little worried there for a moment when I was trying to blend, what was it, Willow with Admire, so this shade with the yellow shade, but we got there. It ended up fine. I'm a little confused about these two shades, the two purple shades down here, but I think that, again, given that this is kind of designed almost as a companion piece to the Serenity palette, it could make sense. And I'm really into kind of this more neutral leaning, grungier leaning type of palette with more greens in it. That definitely is a sweet spot for me. And it's giving me an opportunity to put a little bit more pink shadow on my face. And I usually don't do that. I'm not really into pink so much, but it's cute. It's tempting me. It makes me kind of want to try and play with it a little bit. This palette's very romantic. I love the packaging. I love the brand. I really appreciate that the brand got this to me so quickly. And yeah, I think it's a great palette, and I think that it totally fits in the theme. I think it totally is a compliment to the other palette especially. And I love them both and want to use them both more. So anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you have a good day, and like and subscribe. Thanks. Did I say that already? I don't know. I'm filming 2 videos at once. My brain is everywhere. But mostly, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.